says I drive. Sometimes you don't need to prepare, do you? Some people go on missions knowing they're going to fail, and they don't need preparation for that. So that's a shout for SAS type mind, isn't it? But it's not a shout for martyrdom type mind. Yes, AJ and Bob 484. What the f*** in the background here, kid? And Mr. Miyagi throwing spliffs at the back of my head and that. Like that, does it? Wax on and wax off. What's up, Oliver, kid? You rattle your cage tonight, lad? Who's pulled the cover off? Yes, tell boy. Down there about citing straight facts. Will Miss Scouser, Junior, George, sort it, lad. 2 times now, I survive somehow. I move on to ways, move on to better days. 2 times now, the track. It's where they tried to kill me 2 times in the space of a month. So I wrote the track. 2 times now, I survive somehow. I survive your ways and move on to better days. Better pull me shea gorts down, hadn't I, in case you get some little specimen complaining. He's being rude. He's got his thigh out. What's up, Kimbo? How are you, Laura? If people had the resolve, we would all get somewhere. Ashley Bishton, resolve. What do you mean, resolve, kid? You're stating that like it's an instrument. If people had the resolve, we would all get somewhere. The resolve. Well, I done a course, a psychiatric course, an offending behaviour programme called Resolve. So what's your take on Resolve, kid? Use it at your front door. D&M Painting Services. Did you ever watch Brookside? I was on Brookside, lad. Just got took out early in the game, kids. Probably why you probably don't recognise me. Yeah, Resolve. What, don't you believe that I've done Resolve? Resolve is a programme which helps you resolve problems without violence, without lack of emotion control. Resolve lets you understand the consequences of your actions with a bit more clarity. Resolves will give you tools and coping mechanisms to correct your behaviour patterns when it comes to crime. It was good though, it's right, lad. Did you ever go to Averick? No, mate. What scares you the most, says Tuna Bombs Ardo. What scares me the most, lad? I think I've only ever really been scared once in my whole life, mate. I've really hit myself once in my whole life, mate. Boom, 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 boom. And nothing can Go past that. This is what I'm saying. When you've been shook to fuck to a certain level, every situation after it doesn't shake you at all. It just makes you more better, innit? Does that make sense to you? 007G. So look, like I was saying to you the other day, the best person to put your daughter is the dad. She'll never forget that fright. And no other little bat of a man will ever put up your daughter because she's scared of you. You understand what I'm saying? So me, what made me scared the most? Watching Danny getting whacked with a belt, waiting for me dad to come for me with it. Scared. Tied to the beds, watching Danny getting whacked, just waiting for me half fella to come for me with it. Nothing tops that. All it does then, as you're growing up, when you're getting placed in scary situations like that, you're just practice being calm in them. So the first time my dad done that, I'm scared. Never experienced this pain, never experienced this bang. But then like 6 weeks later, it's here again. And I realised that screaming me off and crying for me ma makes them felts get heavier. Do you understand what I'm saying? Makes the beating get more atrocious. So you learn to calm yourself down in the situation. Knowing, calm down, keep your mouth shut, don't scream. And this beating's going in a minute or two. You carry on feeling, you know you're getting 15 minutes of it. Do you understand? And then you're released in the big wild world, and then you're getting placed in scary situations, and instead of going to bits like the group of lads around you, who themselves and running away, you're just standing your ground, calm and collective, going on what? In the eyes of the rats that left you to deal with these men who's died out of that bouncer's car, your game is that establishes you in their eyes as the man. And that's how it flows then in your life. You just end up being some like little violent leader in the eyes of a group. And all you're doing is handling that violent situation 10 times better. It's not like you're being violent, you're just handling the situation better. And that's how it works. Well, in my book, that's how it worked. So that's the most scariest thing that's happened to me. And look what's happened to me since. You know, even that overpowers when I've woke up in that gaff with them dirty men. With me hands by my knees and my top off. You know, I've fought with them. They never done what they wanted to do, they were about to, but I've woke up mid-process, scrapped with them. They've done a mad injury to my arm, panicked, dressed me, bandaged me up, sat me on a chair, took a photo. You've seen the photos, haven't you? And then if you look at the situation on the 6th of April, look at the incidents on the 18th of March. A few weeks. There's loads of incidents that are very, very frightening and scary. Things is non-existent really. I know it was long-winded, but it needed a long explanation, didn't it? So you get how I am. Can you not concentrate for long enough, kid? Bubbles saying that's really sad. You know what's sad about it, Bubbles? Is I'm the only one that's able to speak about it. That's what's sad about it. I'm not the only one that suffered like that, because there's thousands of lads like me, men like me. I'm just the one that's not asked about speaking about it. Doesn't matter if the rats use it back against me. That's on them if they're using traumatic experiences to trigger someone. You have to do a book, lad. It will be good for you to tell the whole story of your life. It's not, mate. It's very traumatic. It's not good for you. That's why you stay away from it. You just like think writing a book you know, if you're telling the honest truth in your book about, you've got people writing books on their life story and they're not telling you the life story. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Criminals, celebrities, they're not telling you the traumatic, because they feel ashamed of it. There's loads of lads there that's gone through, you know, madness with dirty old men, and they won't tell no one. They'd rather drink themselves into a stupor every other month to try and deal with the ruminating of the thoughts that's dragging them back there all the time, strengthening trauma. So that's what it does. I just tell you how it is. I'm not traumatic off that. You know, I was 5% traumatized off this, 5% traumatized off this. It's not one incident with me. It's loads. So when I start writing a book, I've got loads of incidents to address and reopen and go through that traumatic situation and then carry on in my life. Another chapter in the book is another traumatic situation, so I've got to peel it. At the end of it, at the end of every session you're writing, thinking about it, you're exhausted, you can't sleep because you're back in trauma. Especially when you've got PTSD like this, I advise you to never go near a book. I've tried it, haven't I? I've tried writing a book. And it was messy like a therapy session, mate. Even with these podcasts, you know, some of them know what they're doing to you, mate. They understand exactly what they're doing to you, and they're peeling you open like a book and then leaving you in a mess. Because you get like messy-minded podcasters and they want to speak about your traumatic events, and that's the main thing why they get you on there, because they want to hear the nasty, perverted that's gone on in your childhood, and they know exactly what they're doing to you. Most of the subscribers and audience are that way inclined and love to see a grown man tucked back to his childhood in bits. It's like a little scary thing for them. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Sean Atwood's one of them. Yes, Luke. Lioness. And this is just my experience. This is what I look at it and think. And there you go, oh, he's chatting. But just open your eyes and look. Watch it. They tell you what the mind's like by the people they're getting on. People are happy to sit in a room with and engage with, and the stories they pull out. If you've got a channel that's dedicated to speaking about childhood trauma, trust me, whoever's got that profile has got a fetish for that. And the majority of people that watch him have got the same sort of nasty streak. 007G. Ba-dum bum bum bow, da ba da ba ba da bow. Same with all of us though, isn't it? You know, when it comes to social media, as I say, that if you start watching certain types of content all the time, it is going to influence the way you behave, the way you look out on life, the way you see people, the way you look at situations. It's going to influence it all. And the more diluted your mind is with drugs, the more of an angle it's going to have to get into your mind and control it. So what you'll have, and you have got, is a lot of people stoned, medicated, drunk and whatever, watching social media, watching all this, and it just has them thinking about it a little bit. Before they know it, their algorithm's sticking on it. Every time they're pissed and drunk, they're on this same. A year down the line, there you are, you're simply like, see you later, alligator. Know what I mean? And it can happen to all of us if you don't pull yourself back. And as I say, if your mind's intoxicated, you're easily led. Remember years ago when you were a young girl, 18, 19, no one would get you near you. As soon as you were pissed, you were half loose. Exactly the same. When you're not pissed on there, nothing's getting near you. When you're pissed on there, you're delving in, you're making comments, you're engaging with mad shit you've never engaged in your life just because your mind's intoxicated.